Hello. How's the AV? We got Mad Max, we got Tommy, we got Mark. Hello, everybody. How are you guys all doing? I don't have my microphone hooked up just in case somebody wants to come up with me. That way I don't have to worry about unhooking it. So just let me know if it sounds all right. It's good? Cool. This live stream, we're going to talk about any and anything with a focus on affordable fish keeping. It kind of goes hand in hand with my last live stream, my last video. There's my wife, Heather, coming in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to have some support from you finally. Oh, my God. What are these lights? Give me my head look shiny. So, paste. Hey, Laura, good to see you. Glad you was able to make it. There's the link if anyone wants to come up and chat with me. It's an open live. We can talk about anything, but I did want to talk a little bit about affordable fish keeping. I think a lot of us is leaning towards that way years ago, and as time goes on, especially with the increase in the natural tanks. LW Fish. Hi, it is LH Aquatics, but I changed my name to LW Fish. All right, well, it's good to see you. That's one reason why I like going live at 2 different times during the week, because I get to have different people come in like LW Fish here. So Tuesday, tomorrow is over the hump day. Anyone that wants to come up and share their tanks and talk about their tanks, the link is in the chat. You can come on right up. It's 11 o'clock at night in the UK. Okay, so you're from the UK. It is 6 o'clock in the evening here in the East Coast, United States. Hump day. Hey, Swiffle. Swiffle made it in. So my last video that came out Saturday, it's getting really good views. It's doing very well so far. It's up to 1.9K views, and Father Fish actually commented on it. And then I went over to Father Fish's live, I think it was Sunday, and he shouted me out on his channel over there. So let's hope that video keeps climbing in watch time hours. I think the average duration, looking at my analytics, people were watching it over 3 minutes. So obviously a hot topic is the dirted sand-capped low maintenance aquariums. So, hey, Mike. Hey, Jim's Fish. Good to see you. I already made and edited another video for Saturday. It'll be coming out at 9 a.m. this Saturday coming up. Appreciate it, Mike. Yeah, I was real happy to see that video going good. I looked at it a little earlier today. It was kind of stuck at 1.8. But I just checked it again and it hit 1.9. So it just keeps growing and growing. Hey, Stephen P. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. We were just talking about, affordable low maintenance aquariums. It goes hand in hand with my last live stream and the last video I put out, and how it's just blowing up and increasing. It's getting more popular, more people are getting into it, and as time goes on, I'm really appreciating that type of fish keeping method myself for multiple reasons. Big Easy, big. I always mess that up. I don't know how to say that. Big. I just call you Big. What's up, Big? Because it's not Big Easy, or is it supposed to be Big E-Z? You just got clever and put an I in there. Hey, Sweet Koi, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. The link's in the chat. Anyone's more than welcome to come up and hang out with me, show their tanks, and just talk about whatever you want. That's what more the Tankin Tuesdays live streams are geared towards. May 14th on this stream for Tankin Tuesdays. Don't be late for that one. It's going to be good. Talisa Aquarius is going to be joining me. And I'm going to pick her brain and give her a little bit of an interview because she just showed up on my shorts one day, and her videos just started showing up. She came out of nowhere, and I never heard of her before that. Big Easy. Okay, cool. So no one wants to come up and chat with me tonight. Is that the way it's going to be, huh? I'll even do this. I'll put it in there again. New Orleans, the Big Easy. So, yeah, that video is doing real good. 1.9K. The views keep climbing on that. I pinned Father Fish's comment on that video. And what he said in that comment was, it is the future, people. And as of right now, that style of fish keeping method is drastically increasing. It's getting more and more popular. And I don't know if I'm wrong in saying this or not, because I'm going to say Father Fish has really put a boost in that method and really got it a lot of traction, and more people are doing it now. As with anybody, some people like him, some people don't, but I think most people do, and I like him. I like everybody. Can't say that I don't like anybody in the fish fam or any of the fish tubers. What's not to like? We're all sharing the same hobby, but you know how some people can be. But yeah, it's getting more popular, and I've even got 2 of them going myself, and I'm really enjoying it. I will, but I look like crap. I was cleaning out around the pond. Oh, cool, Coy. We ain't worried about that. Look at me. I'm always in these shirts. They're work shirts, and I got, I'm always in these things. Zen, you changed your avatar. That's new. Hey, Assailant. Getting dinner ready. And I appreciate you coming in. That's a new avatar. Alexa, what is that? What's it? I don't know. A crazy woman with crazy hair. Agreed. Wish the SIWS were more based around the naturalist, but they're not. Yeah. I don't know what. Oh, shows. Okay. I wish the shows were more based around the natural, but they're not. Yeah, definitely. And but I think we're going to see it more often, Tommy. And you know that. It's just getting more popular and more popular. And the chat, Koi, is in the link's in the chat. So you can come up. You're more than welcome to come up at any time. Nope. No, I don't remember seeing that. I thought it was something different. My bad. Bottom of the chat with Mike. I think that Father Fish is going to have a lot of pushback, and I know that he already has, because his way of keeping fish eliminates product. And this is something I wanted to talk about with you guys tonight. Oh, here's Sweet Koi. Let's bring her up.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Well, sorry I look like a mess. I was outside doing the pond. But I will show you something. I got something just for you to look at.
Okay.
You're going to be surprised. Let me see if I can find out where. Oh, he's over there sleeping. Yep. Come here, baby. Let me see if I can get him to move around here. There he is.
Yeah.
Can you see him?
I am looking. Hold on. Let me put you on the big screen. I don't see. What am I looking at? Are you still there? She froze up. I think we lost her. Does anybody see what she's showing us? Oh, there you're back.
There we go. Can you see them?
Oh, okay. I saw something swimming around there.
I'm trying to figure out how, because I don't know how to switch my phone from front to back. That's the problem. There he is.
Is that a beta?
Yes.
Okay, very cool. What kind of beta is that? Is that not a, that's not a, I don't think that's a Dumbo, is it?
It's a Dumbo Half Moon.
Okay, very cool. I thought it was a Dumbo. I could tell by the way its fins look.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so.
Hey, Ross.
Oh, my. Huh?
Zen Ginger said hello to you.
Hello, Zen Ginger. Come on, boys. Let's go.
I appreciate you coming up.
I'll take you for a walk real quick so you can see the pond.
Okay.
Oh, shut up, dog. And, yeah, we've been having a lot of frogs doing the froggy thing in the spring out here lately, so you might see some frog porn. Sorry for that in advance.
That's all right. We got the same thing with the toads in my little pond out back.
Yeah, I can't help it. I believe me, I can't help it. They're everywhere out here. We got toads, we got frogs, we got everything going crazy out here.
That's always fun.
I don't know how much you can see. There's the bog.
Big screen here. My goodness.
There's the bog.
Okay.
We'll take you around. Here's the yellow flag. Let me get out of the way there. Here we go. There. That'll be a little bit easier. There's the big boys.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Looking great.
Well, it's starting to, and there's all the babies. They're just going to dart down because we're coming over here now. They had babies late last year, and you see all the string algae? It's like dying off because the plants are coming back.
Okay.
No, and I'll show you. I don't know where. Here's the small koi. There you go. I don't know if you can see him down there.
I don't see nothing there, but I saw the one swimming around. Just get a drink.
Oh, yes. That's the benefit of having a pond. There you go. I don't know if you can see him or not. Probably not.
No.
But, yeah, so that's what I got going on today. Just cleaning up a little bit, trying to, this time of year, this is a new pond. It's not even a year old yet. So I'm having a lot of string algae issues and whatnot. And what happens is right when it comes back in the spring, when the plants start coming back, you'll get that string algae world will start loosening up. Come on, Gidge. Treat. Let's go. Dog's about ready to run off. You'll get the string algae and it'll start like loosening up when the plants start coming back. Come on, guys. And yeah, so right now we've got, what it does is it detaches from the bottom of the pond and it will float to the top. And yes, Kino, come on. Yeah, straggler. And it will go ahead and detach from the bottom of the pond and then it starts floating and you got to keep going around the top of the pond to scrape it all out. But it's almost completely gone from inside the pond, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
So I give it about another couple weeks. Not even a couple weeks, probably one more week. And then we'll go ahead and we'll put that sun sail back up on top and then we'll shade the pond. and everything will balance out, and I shouldn't have a problem with it after that. So
very, very
that's
cool.
the point we're at right now.
And Laura had a question there for you.
Yeah.
Do you see it on the screen?
Okay, now, yeah, my glasses are starting to go back to regular instead of dark. When they get dark like this from the transition,
Okay.
do the fish eat the frog eggs and tadpoles? Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Okay,
They will eat anything.
Oh yeah, and we got Patty's Aquatics coming in, and I don't know if he's still in here or not, but he'll be a perfect one for discussing what we were kind of touching on before you came up was the affordable tanks, low maintenance tanks, and father fish and all that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, very cool. And what's the temperature of that water out there?
I can tell you exactly what it is because I got a thermometer out here. Right now, oh, them frogs, sorry, they're so loud. It is 66 degrees.
66. That ain't too bad.
No, it's been really nice. It's been really, really nice here. It got cold for a little bit. We had those tornadoes, the storms and everything that everybody else had.
Yeah.
And it went right back up. So yeah, it wasn't that bad.
And you weren't affected by the storms at all?
No, we just had a lot. Oh gosh, a lot of rain. You can tell by the front pond we had a lot of rain. The quarter-acre pond we have in the front. Oh my goodness, it's the highest it's been since we tore it apart and ripped that whole thing out, got all the cattails out of there, and then paid to have it reshaped and then reclayed and everything else. And now it's like up there where I want it to be. So I'm really happy with the way that is. I've got big koi out there, and we've got bluegill.
Okay, and now I was curious, when it rains, do they love the rain? Like, do they because there ain't nothing better than the rainwater. They're natural, just like nothing grows your grass and plants outside like rainwater does. So, do the fish love it when it rains? Your koi?
That's when you start getting them skimming at the top of the pond. They'll pop their heads up and they'll go from one side of the pond to the other, and kind of like you'd see a dolphin do it the other way, but the koi will do it forward. And we call it getting the zoomies. They get the zoomies, or they want to pop their heads out, see what's going on outside, and they ride the wave and keep going until they see everything they want to see. So yeah, I've actually caught that on video, and I have it on one of my shorts.
Okay, I'm gonna check it
out. But they love it when it rains. When it rains, they start jumping out of the water, flipping out of the water, playing. They love it. They love rain.
Okay, I always wondered if that got them excited like that. That's neat.
Oh yeah, it does. I think it's the extra oxygen that gets put in the pond when it rains.
Okay.
It really gets them. It really gets them going. But I'll catch you back in the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you coming up.
Thank you for inviting me. I'll catch you later.
All right.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
Bye.
So we've got Mike Loves Life came in. We got Janice came in. It's good to see everybody. Appreciate you all coming up. So what we were talking about was the just in light of my last live stream, my last video, talking about the low maintenance dirted aquariums that are sand capped and plant controlled, and that video is doing really well. It's up to 1.9K. It keeps climbing in views. It seems to get a lot of interest. And like I was saying, I got two that I set up that as time goes on, I'm really enjoying those tanks. You just don't have to do anything to them. And this video I have coming out this Saturday shows a comparison. As a little teaser, it shows a comparison of my plants and my normal style of fish keeping. Like when I say normal, just your sand substrate, putting the plants right in the sand and using liquid fertilizers to give them a boost, versus these dirted tanks. They're in the soil, and I don't use fertilizers in the tanks. And in the comparison, there just is no comparison. And you're going to see that in that video coming out this Saturday at 9 a.m. But Father Fish commented on that. I pinned his comment in that, and then he shouted me out on his live stream, and it's been doing really well. And I've been going back and forth talking with Father Fish since then, and we have been having some really good conversation. And and that kind of goes hand in hand with some people like them, some people don't. I don't have a problem with anyone in the fish tuber that's sharing their content. We're all liking the same thing. Most of us, get along really, really well. Most of us, as far as I know. And again, I don't know all the ins and outs of everybody, but I like the guy. If you want to run a natural tank, he's the guy to go to. Patty's Aquatics is another one. May 14th, Tankin Tuesday. This live stream, Talisa the Aquarius will be coming up and joining me, and we're going to interview her. She's another natural Aquarius. They're just growing and growing and growing and getting bigger. And that style, that method is becoming increasingly popular. And I don't even touch on but maybe half to 3/4 of those style tanks with the two I have, because there's a lot more involved with it. The resurrection jars, you're going out and you're getting stuff from the ponds, the creeks, the rivers, and putting stuff in there. I don't have leaves. I don't have botanicals in there. There's so much more you can do to strengthen these tanks that I don't even touch into that. I just do a dirted sand cap tank that are plant controlled, and I insta-cycle with established media or sand I've already have. So I still call them the natural low maintenance aquariums, but I could even get into it deeper as Patty's Aquatics does, Father Fish if I wanted to. But if Father Fish is willing, I talked to Father Fish a while back, and he may have just forgot. He was going to send me some samples of his what I call magic recipe with the dirt that he makes or whatever. And he said he wanted to do it, but it never came to fruition. So if he's willing to send me his magic recipe, I'll certainly try it. Mike says, trust me. Mike says, trust me, there's hatred in the fish community for sure. I know firsthand. Okay, Mike. See, I don't. I haven't had any animosity with anybody yet, as far as I know. I've actually made friends, Mike being one of them, and everybody in here. Laura and Janice, I met in Dan Everyday Fish Keeping's live stream. I consider them friends. You talk about great moderators and good people. Tommy, Patty, you just can't beat you guys. So I haven't had that experience yet. I don't have any animosity or with anybody. I get along with everybody. I don't think. There's not one person I can think of. So. But and Janice, I'm glad that you got your package finally. Did you put it in one of your aquariums? The Chemipure Nano Green Nano. Sweet Koi says, my opinion is if it works for you, do it. Every tank is different, as every pond. Yeah, I used to have that written up in my description on my channel. Every aquarium is like a thumbprint. Not one of them is the same. Okay, Janice, and let me know. I'm curious if you see a difference in your water clarity. After I did a review on that stuff, I did see a reduction in nitrates, but it did come back up. But the water clarity was unparalleled, way better than Purigen ever did for me. And I've tripled the dose with Purigen in my tanks, and it still didn't clean up the water and make it look as clear as that Chemipure Blue did. And I think why is because they use a high-grade resin and a high-grade carbon together. And I just don't think you can beat it. But anyway, I made a video on it, and that video ended up being longer than I wanted. But you Chemipure. If I was gonna buy chemical filtration, it's going to be Chemipure from here on out. And if I had 1, 2, 4 tanks tops, I would probably run Chemipure in all of them all the time just to keep them crystal clear. And it does get the impurities and toxins out of the water and heavy metals and things like that, if you feel like that's something that bothers you. But to try to use Chemipure or any kind of chemical filtration with 12 tanks, you'd go broke. Garcia, are you sure you know what you talking about? Absolutely not. I wing it all through my life every day. Oh yeah, you know it. The link's in the chat, Garcia, if you feel like wanting to come up. What's frustrating is that the ChemiPure ends up costing more because you clean the resin, since it's also mixed in with a carbon. Oh, you can't clean the resin. Right. But see, I never worried about recharging Purigen when I was running it. I found that for me, because I'm an impatient person, I would just throw it out and just fill up another media bag, because I bought the big things. I could just fill up another media bag and throw it in. I never bothered recharging it with bleach, but I hear what you're saying. Absolutely. ChemiPure is expensive. I mean, chemical filtration, no matter who makes it or what it is, they're all expensive in the long run. And I don't really use them. I used ChemiPure because they sent them to me to review. And I'm very impressed with it. But to keep trying to buy it, no. That'll get expensive really quick. Jeff says, why do you keep changing your channel name? You keep messing me up, man. Empire of Dirt Aquatics. It was something else, and the avatar changed. You stop messing with me. It's questionable. Good hello to you, Garcia. It's always good to see you, for sure, Jeff. I'm doing good, buddy. Not too bad. I had a kind of a rough day today. Some terrible acid reflux, like bad. But I got that taken care of now. Sometimes I get acid reflux so bad it makes me sick. It's not very often it's that bad. Hey, Carr, appreciate you coming in. Good to see you. Steven, let's see. Kara says it depends on what fish community clique you're talking to. That's why I like this fishy community. Nothing but loves, laughs, and a sprinkle of constructive criticism when I ask for it. I feel the same way, Kara. I 100% agree with that. Okay. Empire Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane, at Mike. Oh, he's just saying hello. I thought he was giving me an explanation. Slow. Sorry, I'm slow. No, you're good, Kara. It's all right. Well, I'll get to it. I love all this activity. I love when I'm behind on chat, because that lets me know people are in here interacting, having fun. I actually get kind of at the bottom of the chat. No offense, Mike. I will repost the link if anyone's interested in coming up and chatting and sharing their tanks. Stephen P., I came across one of your videos, I think that you put out 2 days ago. I'm going to go back and look at that. And we are at the bottom of the chat. Garcia, if you want, there's the link. You can come up and tell us about your new project. Mark said, I had acid reflux for years. It was finally fixed when I was diagnosed and got treatment for a stomach ulcer. Okay, very cool. I'm okay, Mark, as long as I don't eat. Onions are one of my favorite things. I can't eat them. I had some onions today, and that's what did it. And anything spicy anymore. I can't have anything spicy because I have Crohn's disease. And there's certain foods they don't like. Fish Fam really is a community I've been a part of, so I have no frame of reference for the other communities. Very cool. Yeah, I think I've only been a part of it. I don't even want to say 2 years, because I started my channel 2 years ago and I started putting videos out. I didn't get introduced to the Fish Fam until Rob commented on one of my videos and started talking to me, and he's the one who introduced me to you guys and the Fish Fam link. Car says, do plants always melt away and then come back when you're putting them in a new tank, or does that mean you might be missing some nutrients? If your plants are melting away, you're definitely missing. They're lacking some kind of nutrients. They're lacking micros or macros, or I don't really think it's going to be an iron thing, but if your plants are melting away, they're definitely lacking something, obviously, some kind of a nutrient somewhere. In addition to Thrive, I also dose C-Chem, or gosh dang it, Void Vitachem once a week, which is your multivitamin for fish. But those vitamins also serve the plants. And I don't have melt away that much. I mean, I got a couple here and there, but my plants really don't melt away that much. Now, in my dirty tanks, I don't have to worry about nothing. They're blazing. They're busting out. I don't add nothing to that. They're just doing beautiful. Garcia, sore and grumpy is my current state. What happened, Jeff? Life without onions is not worth it. You got it, Mark. I love onions, and they're so good for you. What are they? Packed full of antioxidants. Stu says, depends on the plant. Some plants even melt if you move it somewhere else in the same tank. That's always fun. Okay, Stephen, appreciate helping out in that input. I'm not a plant expert. I just know by what I've been dealing with. Crypts melt off in the night. Now, I have some crypts, and I've had them in here since I bought them off Silver Creek a while back, and they're still going strong. Unless they were grown immersed in a nursery before you got them. Well, that makes sense. How often should you dose liquid ferts? Once a week. Aquarium Co-op Easy Green tells you once a week, and I just do the same thing for Thrive. Now, I will say, I started off using Aquarium Co-op Easy Green. I mean, I've been using liquid fertilizers and trying different ones for years, from API to the Flourish line, but got onto Easy Co-op's Easy Green, started dosing that once a week, and it did all right, but I wasn't pressed. And then KJE was telling me that Thrive is the same thing. It's just their original maker, and it has a little bit more oomph. So I tried it, and he was right. My plants are doing a lot better on Thrive than they ever did on Easy Green. And I just dose it once a week, 1 pump per 10 gallons. It's super quick. Boom, 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 boom. You're done. Hey, Laser, good to see you. Greetings to you. Laser, if you're interested, I've never had you up, but I don't think you want to do it. But the link is to come up is in the chat. I'd certainly like to have you up. Maybe you can show us your tanks and chat. That goes for anybody. Okay, appreciate the knowledge at Stephen P. at Zen Ginger. But if you really want to grow some plants, Car, set up a dirted tank with a sand cap. They're unbelievable. Hey, Dixon, good to see you. Now I got the real Dixon here, none of these other ones. How much Thrive per gallon for tanks? 1 pump per 10 gallons, just like Easy Green. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and so on. It goes quick for me because I got 325-gallon tanks. I don't dose the Oscar tanks. I don't have plants in there at the moment. But, you're talking 2 125s that do get it, 2 75s that get it, 155 that gets it, 2 10-gallons that get it, and 129. I do that weekly. I still got some left, and I still got some Easy Green, so I'm good for a little bit. But I will need some more. I need to get some more Void Vitachem and Thrive pretty soon. No thanks. All right, buddy. Some people don't like to do it. Understandable. Well, it should come with a pump. If you got what are you using? Easy Green, or what are you using? Uh-oh, guys. You ready?
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
How you tonight?
Just got home from work.
Rough day?
Oh yeah. Hey guys, look what's right next to me, guys. Look what's next to me.
Is that the project?
Yep.
All right, Ross, that sounds good. I appreciate you. It's all good. There's no rush, Ross. I certainly appreciate what you're doing. You just make it more convenient for yourself. I wish I had the discipline to constantly dose dry first. Talk about affordable. Yeah, absolutely. But I like that one pump. You have an older bottle of Thrive. Mine came with a pump. I was able to just same with Easy Green. Save those pumps. Like if you get another one, save the pumps. You can throw the bottle away, but save the pumps. That's what I do because sometimes they break, and you'll have another one to throw on it.
He's 100% right on that, guys. Save the pump.
And if I'm right, I think Easy Green's pump will fit on Thrive and vice versa.
Or you can clean that bottle up real good and fill it up. And you have an extra bottle.
Yeah, that's right. Can do that. That's a good idea. Bottom of the chat. So
it's great to see everybody here and everybody.
it's
This
good to
guy
see
right
you.
here, that guy. This guy right here. If you haven't subscribed to him, go ahead and subscribe to him and hit that like button and hit that share button and that notification bell to be notified because you never know when he's dropping a short or a video or when he's going to go live. Don't worry about me. Garcia pops out of nowhere when he wants to.
He's a ninja.
There goes Garcia again.
Yeah. So are you going to give us a little sneak peek of you kind of already did, but like,
Yeah. Well, this right here, this tank right here, guys, Garcia Aquatics is going to do a saltwater tank. That's right, a saltwater tank. It's a 32 gallon BioCube. I just got to get everything, and I'm going to do everything, baby step and all, get it all set it up, and it's going to be a while because as soon as I set it up, have it running, I got to have the lights out. There's all the chemicals that I got to put in and stuff like that. Gotta let it stay there for at least a month before I put any corals or any shrimp or any fish or anything like that. So little by little, you're gonna see this tank here on the live stream when I have it up and running. But for the meantime, you're gonna see this tank empty, just like you were seeing the 65 that's right behind it. That is filled with guppies, and as you can see, they're waiting for food, even though I just got home. But they're gonna have to wait until I'm ready and relaxed. But I was coming up here to say hello to everybody, and it's great to see everybody here in the chat. And Mr. Jesse.
now let me ask you this: is that where that tank's going to stay?
Yes, sir.
Right where it's at? Is it
Yes, sir.
is it kind of in front of that one behind you a little bit, huh?
Yeah. I was gonna put it right where my little bar is, but there's another project coming up for that too. I'm going back now. This time, I'm going with bigger tanks.
Okay. Are you? You're like me. I'm running out of room.
But the next tank, it's gonna be a nice, decent size, but that might be also another saltwater.
Okay, so you're starting to get even bigger into the saltwater end of things.
Because I'm starting to look at the saltwater more, even though I don't know nothing about saltwater, but I found a marine biologist, and he's going to guide me through it and teach me more about it.
Okay, yeah, that'll be very cool. I wouldn't mind it. I just don't want that extra work of having to always have that salt made up and quad. The fish can be triple the price. I don't even want to talk about coral. Too rich for my blood.
It is, but I'm just lucky.
Hey, Legacy, good to see you. Yeah, I mean,
Melvin,
it doesn't.
Melvin.
I guess if you're setting up like a 10 or a 20 gallon or maybe even like a 40-gallon breeder, it'd be a little bit more affordable. But I couldn't imagine trying to set up like a 100, 125, 150 gallon saltwater tank, trying to fill all that up with coral. And good God, I've seen the price of some of that coral. And the fish.
Yeah, but some of the corals that I'm gonna get, even when they're small, they'll grow to the size that I want. And I know it's gonna take time, but I'll be better off with that. I'm not gonna be putting too much corals. I'm just gonna pick out the right ones that I want, and then let it grow and take over.
Okay. That's cool.
I'm not gonna tell nobody. Nobody's gonna know what kind of style that I'm doing on this tank. You're gonna have to tune in and make sure you got that notification bell turned on, for you can get to see when this is getting done. But right now, it's sitting empty right now.
That'll be fun. I look forward to that. When I set any tank that I set up, dirted or not, I will grab, depending on the size and what you got available, but you can cycle that tank, taking a whole filter over there. What I do is I take some sand out of my Oscar tank, cover it, and put a filter on it. It's insta-cycled. Now, just because it's insta-cycled doesn't mean you can overload it with a bunch of fish. At that point, it's what I call a weak cycle tank. It has yet to mature, so you still have to add your fish slowly. But media, a whole filter, just putting a whole filter on there is my favorite way because it's the easiest. Or sand and gravel from another tank. Good to go.
Some people might not like what I do, but when I want to start up a tank, even though I already have a sponge filter in another tank, I put it into the other tank, the one that I'm gonna start off with, and like you do, grabbing some of the gravel substrate, I put some of it in there, mix it up with the new one, and I grab some of that water. I'll take some water out of this one or this one and fill it up into the other tank, and then I just put the regular tap water in it, and then I put the prime and the stability. Hello? You hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
It died on me.
Oh.
So, like I was saying, then I just go ahead and I just fill it up with the tap water. Then I put the prime and the stability, and I let it cycle for at least a week or two. And no rush with it. And then I'll test the water, and it's perfect. Then I'll put the fishes in that I won't put in there.
Very cool. Yeah, it sounds like we pretty much do the same thing. I don't ever worry about the water.
But some people they'll be like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. That's not good." But it's been working for me. That's how I set up my Fajaca puff for my Fajaca puffer. That's how I did it with that tank. This 65, the Oscars, and the Frontosa. That's the same way I did it. Oh, and also my community tank.
Yeah.
That's how I did it. And I've been doing that for almost 10 years or in that. And it's been working with me with no problem. I haven't seen no sickness or anything like that. But only one time I saw sickness, it was because I did not quarantine the fish. The fish looked healthy. And I just said, he looks healthy. I'm going to put him in. And he was the carrier. And then all my other fishes caught it, and they all started dying out.
Oh, no.
But
that's what I was going to say.
I took care of it before the other ones were gone.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too, Mark. But I always go with an inch or maybe a little bit more of a dirt, and then cap. He's 100% right what he's saying, but I do go with an inch, not a half inch. I want as much dirt as I can possibly fit in there, so the roots have a good place to go and lots of nutrients. Because the more dirt you put in, the nutrients are going to last that much longer. But it's very important to do that sand cap that seals that off. One, so the dirt can't leach into your water column, and two, it helps lock in those nutrients even longer. And when you have one of these tanks, you're going to want to use a lot of plants, right? Because that's what's going to control these things and keep your tank in check. So make sure you don't put fish in there that's going to dig into your sand.
Have you ever did something like this?
Hey, first class.
When I got a brand new FX4, right? I grabbed some of the media of established one. I took some of the ceramic rings. I took some of it, put it in the new one, and grabbed some of the new one and put it in the established one. And just to jumpstart it.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
That's what I do, man. That's how I start all my tanks. I'll put the only reason why I used sand for my Oscar tank is because I'm trying to get all that sand out of there. That's that sand from PetSmart that is expensive and it's really light. It floats in the water column. I'm slowly trying to phase that sand out so I can put pool filter sand or something else in there. So anytime I start a tank, I'm taking cupfuls of that sand out, and that's what I used on my sand caps in my 2 dirted tanks. Well, we all know the sand harbors a lot of good beneficial bacteria, so that alone instantly cycled that aquarium. But then I went ahead and the only reason why I got filters on there is because it was cloudy from putting the sand in for a couple of days, and I used the filters to clean that up, and I just have never taken them back off yet. But the sand.
We're knowing you, first class. How you doing? First class, welcome. There's a question there for you.
Jesse, how long does nutrients last when you do a tank like that? That, sweet koi, would be a question for Tommy or Stephen P, because I do not know that. I just know that when you seal it with the sand cap, it lasts a lot longer. But also, when you're having these dirted tanks, the idea is to leave them alone. So when all your mom and your uneaten food and your poops down there, even dead plants, don't take them out. Leave them alone. They break down, and they slowly become part of the substrate, part of the dirt, which adds nutrients back into your substrate. So the idea is behind these tanks to leave it alone. But I certainly wish Patty's Aquatics and Tommy was in here. They could.
Talking about Tommy.
Huh?
Talking about Tommy. He popped up.
Oh, yeah. Tommy could answer that for sure. He wasn't here when it started, but he disappeared. But I don't know how long the nutrients last, but I just know they last a long time. And if you leave them alone and let the tanks be and keep your hands out of it, let nature do its thing, it'll last even longer.
There it is. Look what he's saying.
Oh, Tommy's in here?
Yeah.
Hey, first class car, first class. Okay. A sand cap will last until you want to change it out. Eventually, it will turn to dust, which just gives more surface area for bacteria. So whether you want to change it out at that point or not. Okay. I've been here just building as I listen. Okay. Appreciate it. First class says it's variable. It depends on a lot of factors. Does the water column and the root tabs or use root tabs. I'm not going to get into root tabs or liquid ferts. That's why I have, to me, if you're going to create a dirted tank with a sand cap, I'm not adding fertilizers. It's the same thing as your landscaping or you're planting a plant outside in the dirt, right? And they're going to grow better than any liquid fert or root tab. They're growing fantastic, and I don't have anything in it but the soil. I'm not adding anything else. Point of those aquariums is to save money, be low maintenance. Last thing I want to do is put fertilizer in it. But that's my opinion. No ferts, 1 to 2 years maybe. Depends on plant grow. ADA will last a year. That ADA soil is expensive. I don't add fertilizers in my soil. Tommy doesn't add fertilizer in his soil, Garcia.
Me, the only plants that I get is just the basic plants.
Yeah.
And if they need the root tabs, I put the root tabs.
Okay. Now I'm just getting caught up soil and so. Well, I appreciate you clarifying that, Silver Creek. But I was watching a video from LRB doing he was talking with Father Fish on one of them. They've done a couple of them now, but I think it was the first one, and that's what LRB discussed. Malm, uneaten food, leave it alone, because what happens to it? It breaks down and becomes dirt, which essentially kind of keeps your substrate active, keeps nutrients in there, right? Makes sense.
Look what First Class says.
I disagree on that. They're going to run out eventually. So not saying you have to, but you'll have to eventually. Okay. I'm learning too. Like I said, the first one I set up, this 10-gallon, was, I don't know how many months ago, but it hasn't even been a year. And I just recently did this 20-gallon. I've been doing research and talking to people, and with now some experience, I'm learning a lot, but I don't know all the ins and outs. The dust can get messy over time, so that's why I say it's up to you if you want to just put more sand on it or however. Okay. But this is what I'm talking about. These tanks are getting increasingly popular. Lasting a year is not enough to get me interested. But see, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I think it'll last longer, especially if you leave the tank alone. If you're not pulling out malm and dead leaves, and even if one of the little fish die, stick it down in there. Let it become fertilizer. Things like this will keep it active.
I like this look. I like this look.
Well, oh yeah.
I like this look.
Yeah.
Up easy. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's gonna be
I'm in a rush. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna do baby steps, because I do not want that to crash.
Yeah. It'll be fun to watch you as you go on with it. Who was making fun of me? I planted an Amazon sword in that 10-gallon dirted tank, and it's massive already. It's huge, just busting out. I think I was on your live, and someone was making fun of you for that. But Silver says red flames like a lot of nutrients and mass light. So your lights are out. Is that just on timers, Garcia?
No, I turn them off. I turn them on, then I turn them off.
Okay, so what time do you turn them off?
Usually, as soon as I come home from work, that's when I turn them on, and I let it run for at least about 3 or 4 hours or 6. Then I turn them all off.
Good. I got you. It's not complicated at all. That's the nice thing about the dirted tanks, Coy. It's less complicated. 1 inch of organic soil, 3 inches of sand. Put as many plants as you can in it. You're done. I don't even have to do water changes. My nitrates never go above 5 ppm in these tanks. The plants are blazing. With the sand cat, doesn't the mom say? It does set on the top, Laura, but eventually it's going to work its way down and just become dirt. It takes some time, and then your plants are obviously going to absorb that. Order hot lemon next time you get a Wingstop. Ooh, hot lemon. That sounds terrible. Do you like spicy food, Garcia?
I gotta be in the mood for it.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna happen.
Right. I don't mind it, but I just can't. It doesn't like me.
Ask Garcia to explain his Q tank. It's an all-in-one. It's an all-in-one BioCube. It has everything already. I just gotta plug it in and everything, get it going. But right now it's sitting empty.
So the filtration is on the inside?
It's right in the back.
Okay. It's built in.
Everything is right in the back.
All right, here, hold on. Let me move this. Let me do this.
Everything is right here. The outflow right here, and the intake is right on this side, and the filtration goes right here.
So is there like sections in there? Do you put
Yeah, you got 1, 2, and 3.
so you can have mechanical, biological, and chemical if you want it?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm still learning about this tank. And the marine biologist, he's the one that's gonna teach me more about it because since he's very, very thorough with the salt water. And I'm gonna be asking questions like crazy, and I'm gonna be going to different places, talk to a lot of fish enthusiasts, saltwater enthusiasts, if I can know everything, because I just don't want nothing dying on me.
But the nice thing is, it's not going to take long, and then you'll learn how to do this stuff as time goes on, like as you did with freshwater and anything else in your life. Once you got it, you're going to have it down. Yeah, like Tommy, he has a refugium, but he has a dirted refugium. He just don't throw plants in there. He's got soil in there and grows plants in his refugium. So he does this. What I think of it is Tommy's the natural guy, but he does it to the extreme. Just like the refugium in his sump. Most people will just throw plants in there. Well, he took it further and actually made it soil and planted his plants in there.
This is a regular BioCube, but it's a Coral Life. It's the only name on top. It says Coral Life on it.
Okay.
And they got different types. There's some of them that won't have it. You gotta set it up yourself. But this one is all in one.
See what he says here? You must have already seen it. You read that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see when you get that set up for sure. We're going to be definitely looking out for it. When are you going to start actually setting it up?
I'm gonna be looking around tomorrow, and I gotta work around his schedule because he does a lot of installs. So
you might just have him straight up come over to your house and get it going for you.
most likely, and that's when I gotta lock up my dog.
Not a bad idea. I mean, he can come to your house and get you going and teach you, learn while he goes. And, he's going to have the tips and tricks that you can maybe bypass those mistakes so you don't lose a fish type of thing.
It's not set in stones, guys. It's not set in stones. I might go live tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get any saltwater people that's into saltwater, so they can teach me. I haven't set the time yet or what. And I'm sorry I'm doing this on your channel
No, go ahead.
because I want everybody to get a little bit of, because I want to share the same knowledge I'm getting. I want to share it with everybody, whoever wants to get into saltwater.
You know who you need to talk to, and I haven't seen him come in lately, but Homer the Trigger. He's a saltwater guy. I'm sure you've seen him on your lives.
Oh, Carl?
Homer the Trigger.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's all saltwater.
No problem, Carl. I know. I gotta join these guys. That's why, because they're in that saltwater life, and I want to get into the saltwater life. I want to be in the saltwater and freshwater. I want to have a of the both worlds. I
Raymond,
just want to be stuck in one world.
Homer the Clown Trigger is his name is Rainer. So but his name is on YouTube is that Homer the Clown Trigger. He's very knowledgeable with saltwater.
And Carr, and also Ian. There's a lot of saltwater people here.
Yeah.
They also do freshwater too.
Yeah. Myth. Yeah, I like it. I mean, but it just, I would rather have 12 to 20 freshwater tanks to keep me busy than having that added maintenance of always having that salt water ready to go and buying the salt and the hydrometer or whatever to check it and get out of it.
Bertho is doing the dark side. It's without the H. Just remove the H.
Bertho. Funk does it, and I slowly I'm getting to know everybody's first names by memory. 3G's in. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming
3G.
Excuse me.
So, yeah.
What do you think of a new background?
Yeah, you just added angels to my Oscars.
2 Oscars, an angel down there. What do you think of that? With the plants, you like it?
Why are you using my Oscar as a background?
Well, I mean, I went on your video and you screenshot it. I didn't want to tell you because I don't want you to sue me for copyright.
First class is okay. First class, it's okay. Everybody chops on me, so I just decided to chop on somebody. Just passing it around. But it's good. It's good humor. Don't worry, and don't feel bad because when they ask me, "What's your name?" I go, "It's Berto." And they're like, "Alberto?" I go, "No, Berto." "Oh, Umberto?" "No, Berto." "Oh, Roberto." I'm like, okay, call me Garcia.
I just call you Garcia. Dean Stevenson, that's a new name I don't recall seeing. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Yeah, I just call you Garcia. Boom, boom. First class. Saying hello. Hey, Craig. Everybody's saying hello. So, yeah, I can't wait to see your saltwater tank getting set up.
Getting that salt water going. Just like in the old days. Oh, Beardo.
No, not that. Let me see. I can do this.
Hey, that's not. Hey, look what first class says.
What do you say? Let's go back and look. Whoops. All right. Berto, it's all good. I'll just arrange another pie to the face for you.
Yeah, me getting that pie in the face.
Yeah, I saw you on Father Fish's live stream, so I thought I'd check you out. I certainly appreciate you, Dean. I was just talking about Father Fish in that live stream when I first started. So, yeah, appreciate you coming in, just checking us out. We all hang out together, and we got a good community over here. So you're more than welcome to, and if you ever want to come up and show your tanks, you're more than welcome to do that too.
No problem, Carl. I know. I'm just excited having the tank, but nervous at the same time getting it started. But that's good that we are one big family here, and we sharing the knowledge of what we like. The fish hobby, fresh and salt.
Yep. Yeah. We all, they have that old adage where, the salt, the what I can't think of the word to call it right now, but salt versus the fresh water and the fighting each other and all that. But I've never seen it. Everybody just gets along. And at the end of the day, we're keeping fish. You wouldn't like mine all jungly with lots of plants and axolotls. I'd love to see it, Dean. We'd all like to see it.
And the other good thing about this tank that I like about
none of my tanks are pretty either.
right here, it already has a minimum. If I forget to do something with it, with adding the water and stuff like that, it has the mark right there, and it tells me.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the Flugel Flex tanks. Well, obviously yours is bigger than those, but they have that kind of same setup. There's price tag coming in here, Joe.
Hey, price tag. Hey, you're never late. You're always on time.
Appreciate you dropping in to say hello, buddy. We're just chatting. P tag, I like that. P tag. I'm gonna start doing that. It's easier. P tag. But I guess his real name's even easier. Well,
I'm gonna have to jump off over here because I gotta do some other things. And I got this dog looking at me. Looks like he wants to go outside and then wants to have his food before she goes crazy.
I got you.
I'm off tomorrow and I gotta go get another tire for my car.
Oh, fun. Did you blow one today?
As soon as I got back from all my deliveries, I looked at my car. The tire's not low, but I saw a line around it.
There's a good tip for you.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at this. This is new. Check this out. Hold on.
I guess whoever had it, they had a heater, and it is a heater in there, so I guess I'm going to have to take it out. But I'll be on top of it. I know it's going to be a hassle. I just got to get myself into that salt water, making sure everything's perfect, running. And
the right salinity and all that. Aquatic Nest, hello. Appreciate you coming in.
Aquaness. It's been a long time, Aquaness. So I'm going to do what I have to do. And I appreciate all the love from everybody in the chat and the moderators. And Jess, thank you for letting me come up, even though sometimes I'm boop, 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 boop. I'm keeping it PG.
I always like when you come up. You know that. You don't have to ask. I put it in there. You come up anytime.
Uh-oh. Somebody wants to come up.
Who?
Baltimore. He wants you to drop the link.
Okay. I'll do that right now.
I'll wait until he comes up.
There it is. See you, 3G. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
And everybody's gonna like the tank after it's done.
Yeah, it'll be something to look forward to. What up, big dog?
What up? What up?
Dean keeps talking.
Garcia.
A bunch of
Hi, I'm Garcia, sir.
Delish.
What do you drink? That's that.
The champagne of beers. She said, "It's called champagne, you idiot." He said, "All these years." That's a Futurama reference for anybody who don't know.
Well, ain't that alcohol free? Weren't you saying you drink alcohol free stuff?
Yep, that's alcohol free. Yep.
Yeah.
I like that what Dean says. I keep salt water tank
Hey, what's up, Laura?
like a gallon of water
Well, let me get my
and a bunch of brine shrimp.
computer real quick so I can look at the chat.
Yeah, I had this up here a little bit ago.
So I appreciate everybody for all the support and all the love, getting me where I'm supposed to get at. And guys, just make sure you have that notification bell turned on because you never know when Garcia's going to go live or when he's going to drop a short or a video. And like everybody says, Garcia is slacking. But when I'm slacking, I always come up with a beautiful video. It might be good or it might be bad, but at least I'm putting something out.
Either way, he's a ninja.
And I love you guys all.
See you, buddy.
And I'll see you. Ross, I'm sorry, but I gotta go.
See ya, bro.
See ya.
You know, I should have kicked him off like he always kicks me off his. So what you up to tonight?
I was like, let me pop up on here real quick.
Okay. Hey, Sketty. Appreciate you coming in. There's Sketty. No, nah.
Oh man, I'm dealing with some super mean sciatica pain right now.
Oh, you got that whole deal.
So I need a natural muscle relaxer.
Yeah, yeah. We're what you call it? What the hell's the pill that people take for? I can't think of the pill right now. It's slipping my name.
With the Percocets,
Not Percocet. The other one.
Lortab, Vicodin,
Keep going.
Oxycontin, hydrocodone, hydrocodone. What are you talking about? Rastacet. Lortab. What? What are you talking about?
But there's one you haven't said.
Morphine. What?
X something.
Fentanyl.
Zaya starts with an X, I think.
Oh, you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Xana.
Oh no, that ain't for pain.
Xanax.
That ain't for pain.
No, that's for help you relax.
That's for feel good.
Yeah.
But not remembering the night. That's what that's for. Cause I ain't gonna remember the night.
Yeah.
I probably abused them a little too much back in the day.
Yeah.
My brain's gone dead. I'm trying to get my head straight, but I can't figure out what Spice Girl I want to impregnate.
They're all in here naming it. That's for anxiety. Yeah. I don't know. If I have a headache or some pain, I pop ibuprofen, and ibuprofen takes it away from me every time.
Yeah. You know, the VA, they be trying to give you ibuprofen, but that shit doesn't work for me.
They don't work for you at all? They don't work
You
for
know
me.
what actually work for me now since I don't be doing nothing? Yo, Advil be working.
Yeah.
I'll be like, damn, pop a little Advil.
Well, Advil's a little easier on your stomach and stuff too than ibuprofen is. But man, if I got a headache, I pop 2 ibuprofens, I'm good.
Oh man.
Anti-inflammatories. We got something else come up. Hey, 3G.
What's
Pop
happening,
my
bro?
damn ice pack, man. I was laying on my ice pack. I had it on my back, and I woke up. It was pop. I was like, "Oh, that shit's all in the bed."
Yeah. How you doing, 3G?
I'm doing good. How about you, fellas?
Doing good. Your tank's
Good, 3G.
there. Did you see his angels, Ross?
How you doing, 3G?
3G.
There's some nice red caps you got there. I like that.
Yeah, that's some of
Turn the
my
volume
roll out. 75-gallon deep substrate.
I see you up on Father Fish's show and tells quite a bit.
Yeah, I love Father Fish. Sometimes he gets a little grumpy, and sometimes he might be off center, politically correct, maybe you might say, but I still like going over there and hanging out.
Oh man, who needs political correctness? You know what I mean? Who needs any of that stuff?
You know, if you speak your mind and you're polite about it, there's nothing wrong with it.
You know, everybody needs to stop being damn Nancy's.
Thank you. Well, I just popped up here to let you know I was going to be hanging out for a while, but
That's a nice tank though. I have some crypt like that growing in some red pots. Let me show you what my crypt looks like.
this is 75 gallons. Those are
It ain't no deep substrate except for the pots. That's in a 29-gallon gold marble pearl scale breeder tank with some Corridors Aquas that I've been plumping up.
Nice.
These Aquas, I've actually I got two separate groups. Oh, whoa.
Oh yeah, those are looking sweet. I love that.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I was showing everybody before on my channel, if y'all looking for some kind of moss plant that's different than your regular yarn, this is eyelash yarn. It's really good. Let me see. And then this is my favorite one right here. Well, that's my favorite plant in the house right now. But this is my favorite crypt right here.
Oh yeah, that's looking real good. That's a big one.
Oh yeah, it's just, and it's not even the light all the way on.
What do you got in that pot? Did you say about that, or did I not hear? You got
I just got sand and rocks in there, and
wow.
I dropped the fertilizer tab. I dropped one in there. Maybe when I first put it in there, maybe I put like 3 or 4 in there, and I haven't done it. It's been about a year.
They're looking real sweet. Do you dose ferts or like?
I don't dose anything. I ain't got nothing no more. I ain't got time for no plant stuff. I just use fish. That's it. And if the plant dies, he dies.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I try to keep easy plants and stuff that don't need too much high light, because I ain't spending all that money on them lights. I got too many tanks to be spending money on lights.
Oh, you got some 3G. Do I see a platinum angel in there on your tank too?
No, those are all koi.
You know, he needs to get one
Now,
of these.
you talking about a pearl scaling?
You got, koi don't have pearl scale. Well, if it's a pearl scale,
Well, he was saying platinum. I wasn't sure. These are my koi.
Those are nice, man. Those are those red cap, red devils. I like those. Ooh, look at that one. Ooh. Oh yeah, the one right in the middle. Oh, the one right next to it. Those two right next to the discus are. You should start a line with them.
Well, those are beautiful, and them discus look fantastic.
Yeah, those discus, yeah.
And the
man, I love a good planting tank, man. I love a good planting tank.
What about the albino Congos? Y'all like those guys? In the background.
I can't do the red eyes. I don't know.
These don't have the red eyes.
Yeah, any albino fish has red eyes. If it don't have red eyes,
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
If it doesn't have red eyes, then it's lunistic.
There he is.
Oh, that looks great. Great. There's a question for you there, Ross.
I think it is. I don't know the specific names. If I saw it on like a website or something, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's the one I got," then I would know. But let me how do I turn my camera around, man?
It's a beautiful tank. You did a really good job there, 3G.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you hanging out.
Y'all want to look at some other angels?
Yeah, absolutely. We got 2 Ross Baltimores now.
I don't know how bad the glare is going to be in here.
Appreciate you, Laura. Oh, yeah, they're pretty too. Oh, yeah. Is that your favorite fish?
Angels, probably, yeah. These are they're in their parents. These are babies was born August 27th, and they're, I guess, what you call a red top, or that's the parents there.
Are those zebras?
Yeah, I mean it's a red top zebra, I guess, or some people call them I can't say it, Manicaparoo or something like that. I forget.
Hey, let me
They're
ask
not a
you.
normal silver, not the normal silver zebras you see.
Okay, I've got through about 3 of those, but let me ask you this: how can you tell male from female?
Oh man, I just wait till they start breeding. It's hard to tell for me.
And then you'll know by the one that's
You
always
can
keeping the
you
eggs.
can generally tell, that you say, well, I know he's got the little slight hump on the head, and it's generally more round, and the fins, are, and then you're sure it's a male, and next thing you know, it's not a male, it's a female,
Right.
So I always try to keep them in groups of 5 or 6 together and let them naturally pair off, and what happens happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't never tell. I
This is
tried
a
that.
55-gallon. It's a deep substrate. Beside it, I got some blue angels. Let me see if I can get them.
Zen spelled that out for you.
Hang on just a second. Let me make an adjustment.
Laser likes the Albion Congo.
They're wanting to be fed. They're not being very photogenic right now.
So Missouri's getting a storm. Oh, yeah. And then see, Ross has some.
These are really blue, but it's not really coming across on the.
No, they're beautiful, 3G. Shrimping and nanos. Are you saying you want to come up? If so, there's the link there. Lots of. Oh, yeah, beautiful. We lost Ross. Hope he comes back in.
Yeah, I hope he comes back too. These two are kind of cleaning the slate over here.
Okay, so the one that's cleaning the slate, I'm assuming the female.
They both do it. They both do it.
My camera away.
Okay.
The female will initiate it, but the male will get in there too.
Okay. I had some angels lay eggs one time at my 125, but after my pleca went over there and scattered and ate them all, they never tried again. I was so mad. But that was my bad. But I didn't know they were going to do it. It came out of nowhere, but I was going to pull them out. I got a breeder box and everything, but it was too late at that point.
Some gold angels.
Very nice golds.
They're being a little shy right now. This is the adults with some of their offspring that were born let's see, September 5th. That's a juvenile right there.
You should get some of my red marbles when I see what the colors look like when they get a little bit bigger.
Definitely.
I got these.
Wow, nice.
Oh,
nice.
Angels Plus.
Gorgeous.
And I got these two guys down here. Pearl Scale Platinum.
Nice. Love the
I got
angels.
the babies in here right now. They're all at the bottom, full off of baby brine shrimp. And then I have the Kalitawa, Malanatania Kalitawa in here with these angels growing out. Got 2 males and 3 females. And then in this little cave right here is a L306. Was it the dwarf tiger pleco, red tiger pleco?
Nice.
I have about 7 of those growing up. Man,
Those angels are gorgeous.
thank you. Yours are nice too, man. I really like yours too.
I got a batch of eggs coming up right here. That's
You use the
circulating.
exact same kind of vase that I use too. Did you get that from Michael's?
What's that? The rack?
The vase.
No, that's actually a cone, a breeder cone.
No, oh no, that's a big jar. Okay.
Yeah, this is a jar. It's a
I
cookie
can't
jar
find a
actually at
jar with an
Walmart.
open top like that. Like I need a jar. Like that's why I have to use a vase because this jar can't fit these
This
tiles
is
in it.
actually a cookie jar from Walmart. It's got a big,
Okay.
huge opening on top of it.
Yeah, that's there. Because I
No,
got this towel from Home Depot. It was one of them was just laying on the floor one day, and I walked by. I was like, "Oh, that looked cool. That's different."
Yeah.
Then I found it where it was on the aisle, and I was like, "Let me grab some of those," because it was only like $1.30 a piece. So one side is kind of a little rigid, and the other side is really smooth. And this what it looks like when you get algae on it and stuff. It kind of makes it look a little more.
Oh no.
Oh, whoopsie. Kind of makes it look a little more natural when you get the algae and stuff on your slates.
Right. I usually use the breeding cones, and I do have some a coworker had some solid surface, like you put in your kitchen or whatever. And there was some drop pieces of that was going to be thrown away that I snatched up, and that's what I use in some of my tanks.
Scotty has a question for you guys.
I use both sides. It doesn't matter. I feel like the angel eggs will stick on the rougher side more than the smoother side. I feel like the first time I saw them lay eggs on, one of my pairs lay eggs on there, the eggs fell off. So when they're brand new, they're still really, really smooth and slippery. You want to give it some algae, let something grow on it first, and then the eggs will stick on the see, like this bottom one right here, like I was showing you, that has algae all over it and stuff, and that's the smooth side. And the angels take to it pretty well. But up here, this one is pretty. I flipped it. The other side has algae all on it, but this is the rough side. So this is my first time using the rough side on this one. Oh, look at that. Got one in there. Let me see. Huh. Man,
Great.
I get some of those babies, man. Whew. Oh, we lit.
Hey, if you guys didn't notice, Jason Momoa joined us.
Welcome.
Hey, you're muted. You're muted, buddy.
Could have been really loud coming in. These
Jason Momoa, you're muted. There you go.
There we go. How you guys doing?
Good. You?
Good.
Thanks for coming up.
Oh, no problem.
Gold laser Cory eggs. I told you these things. I got them like I know exactly how to trigger them now. I just do a water change whenever I want. It doesn't matter. Whenever I want, there's enough Corys in there that they're all not on the same cycle. So some might lay eggs this week. Another batch might lay another group might lay some eggs the next week. And it's so many in here. I started with 6. I turned on the light at night one day and it was like 50 eyes in there. I was like, whoa. So like all I gotta do is just do a little water change real quick, and I got eggs all over that intake right there. All eggs all over that thing. Eggs all over the glass here.
Have you got them to hatch too?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I actually just sold out of all of my gold lasers that I've been raising for the past 2 years, and now I have none except for my breeders. So now I have
really nice. The gold lasers are really nice.
And these are the Israeli snakeskin koi guppies.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And my long fin Snow White Pleco is finally on eggs after a year of me waiting for the babies to grow back because I lost my breeder female.
Yeah.
So I had a batch luckily before she died. But I was looking at my tank one day and I was like, man, where's the girl at? Where's my girl? And
Did
I
you use
just
caves to get them to breed or?
yeah, Kay's right
Yeah.
here. I got
Oh yeah, there you go.
I just want to interrupt here for a minute. I may be a matchmaker because I think I'm going to get aquatic nests and cold water aquatics together. See here, look.
You're a genius.
Look here, look. And now they're flirting. Look.
Ooh.
Well, how old is Aquatic Ness? I need
Well,
me a sugar mama.
That's actually his wife.
Hold on, I'll be right back, guys.
They need a new
My
son.
wife's calling for me.
Make sure you come back, buddy.
I will.
All
I'll
right.
be right back.
Funny, I didn't get a chance to say hello. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you.
They're looking for a son.
Man, these fish, I love all this activity and seeing all these pretty fish and chatting. This is great.
So this is my tank that I just got a bunch of stuff growing out in.
It's like a big community tank.
That's what my red dragons look like. I got a tank full of uncolored babies right now, but that's what my red dragons look like. And these are my Super Saiyan Rainbow Tiger Endlers.
Nice. You know 3G does stand for Greg, the guppy guy, right?
Oh, okay. You like these? You seeing some endlers you like?
Man, I love all forms of guppies.
Look at that. These are ones I've been working on. I've been creating these guys for the past 5 years.
They straight fire, man.
This is one of my snakeskin koi males that didn't have a red face. I didn't feel like feeding him to somebody, so I put him in here. He still has a nice body. He didn't have no scoliosis or nothing, so I said, fuck it.
Dixon, I always like to test my water to see where they're at. If you just set that tank up, which I know you did, and you got it going, the only way you're going to know where the nitrates are is if you do test it. So if you just set it up, I'd at least give it a week or so, unless you have established media or sand or something that you put in there to speed that up. But there's no harm in testing it. See what your water is doing.
6 of these are going to only Oscars next week. 6 of these gold marble pearl scales. I'm shipping them to California.
Does she have an angelfish specific tank?
She says she has a 200-gallon that she's trying to put some angels in, and she saw these and she loves them. So, I mean,
okay.
I couldn't believe nobody bought any when I was at the swap this weekend. I always sell these out.
Yeah. I got 2 of those double blacks, Bunny, with red eyes.
This is a Pinoy.
Some double blacks.
It might not be a double black. It might be a double black Pinoy. Double dark Pinoy, not black.
Yeah, you're right. Double dark.
See, this is my double dark right here. It might be. I could actually call it a triple because it came from a platinum pearl scale and a double dark Bulgarian seal point. You can see the red eyes. You can still kind of see some of the blue and the green at the top of the body. I sold his brother on Sunday, though.
I would definitely fill that tank up, make sure it's not leaking first, Dixon.
Always do water tests. Always. These are those super red Cinepa pencil fish. But I have a tank that has way more in there. I should just add them to the batch. I gotta take a batch of these super blue curry tetras and start breeding them again so I can have a new batch.
Ross, first class wants to see your Rio Paraguay red spots.
Let's see if we can sneak up on one of the males before he gets into a cave. Let's see if one of them is out.
I can't get a good picture of my double darks, but that's them right there. It's hard to see them.
See some bristles in there. Hold up. He's in the cave right now. But let me see if some babies. Let me show you some babies. Well,
Yeah, move.
we got orange Venezuelans growing out right now. Oh, there's a Rio. There's one right there. That's a baby. That's about an inch right there. There's one back there that's a little bit bigger.
That is very cool.
I think they look better on light substrate. I haven't seen them on dark substrate, but I'm pretty sure that if you put them on dark substrate, you probably won't see the spots. So I would say white sand, light sand is the best pleco in order to see the colors when they get bigger.
Hey, Yellowstone, appreciate you coming in. Good to see you.
More.
Hey, man, I'm gonna have to cut out of here. My phone's fixing to die on me. Thanks
All
for
right,
having me. Thanks for having me up. Good talking with y'all.
Good talking to you. Thank you, sir.
More Rio Paraguay, but this is a smaller batch with some peppermint bristlenose in here too. There's some L181s in here too, but they're all hiding. Oh, there they are. You can see them with the white trimmings on their fins. Duplicaris, Corridors Duplicaris growing out in here. I think that's a gold laser right there too. And I have a
Looking great.
chili raspberries. And I don't have skittish chili raspberries.
I got some raspberries that they're not red. They're not the chilies. They're just their normal ones with that black horizontal stripe, so to speak.
Oh, look at them coloring up. I swear the camera don't do no justice. I'm looking in real time, and this red is popping.
Yeah, they look good.
So that's the breeding tank for that.
All your plants look good too.
I'm gonna be breeding these soon. These are the red dragons I have growing out too. When I was showing you the red dragon in that 55 gallon, that's what they're gonna look like.
You have to haul your water.
Oh,
Look, getting a little dark in there. That was that water sprite taking over.
that's actually all of that water lettuce at the top.
Oh, okay, okay. That's why you're wanting to get rid of some, huh?
Yeah, it's got duckweed on it too, so I'm just letting you know. I'll try to rinse it off as much as
Oh my God! See, I'm cool. I'm duckweed free.
I'll rinse it off as much as I can, and you'll take like a brush off the rest of it.
Hey, look, I'm not complaining.
Eat on that stuff that
I'm not.
probably.
You're kind of coming in and out, Ross.
I've been working on these dwarf blue pandas for a few years.
Dixon's well water has sulfur. So
This male geophagus right now has babies in his mouth.
oh, cool.
You can see them.
Got the puffy cheeks. Oh, I always wanted one of those geophagus sveni, however you say it, sveni.
Oh, one of these guys back here. Hold on.
They're my favorite.
I got a breeding pair, and my male is a studly stud.
Yes, they're my favorite. If I was going to set up a new cichlid tank, that would be them. And yours have really nice color.
Yeah, and that light sucks. So
Right.
I had a light go out. So now I'm just using a small little light on half of the tank right now until I get a new one.
I don't even clean them out with rubbing alcohol, Jeff. I just use white vinegar water mix. Now, unless you're trying to disinfect. If you're trying to disinfect, you're going to need some alcohol or some peroxide or whatever. The sulfur should gas off, I'd imagine, eventually. Yeah, you can take your shop vac, put it in there, and then just let it dry. That's the key. When you're done, let it dry completely. And then when something's dry, no matter what's there, it's going to break down the rest of the way like bleach. You can even use a bleach and water mix. Just make sure you rinse it really good. And once it completely dries, that breaks bleach down to benign. Nothing's going to harm you. But even if there was some residual left, your prime would take care of that. But you're using well water, so you probably don't use conditioners. Right. I got you, Jeff. Boy, look at the colors on them. What is that? What are those red ones?
Those are the super red Cinepas. Pencil fish.
Oh, those are nice. Those are really nice. Is that real driftwood or is that fake?
No, that's real driftwood.
Did you get those big river rocks at PetSmart?
Nah, I go to a landscaping spot around here.
Okay. Hey, where I take my daughter for her horseback riding lessons, they have some rock laying around that looks exactly. You ever seen that mountain rock they sell at PetSmart?
Yeah.
They call it mountain rock. They have some of that rock that looks exactly like it laying around their property. I wonder if it's the same thing.
Look at that male. That's a male right there.
Guppies. I just don't have no luck with guppies. I got 2 in here. And you know another fish I can't keep alive for love or money? Clown pleco. I don't know what it is about a clown pleco. I cannot keep them alive.
That's one pleco I've never had.
What's that?
I've never had a clown pleco.
Well, you're not missing much just because they pretty much stay hidden all the time. All my other ones come out, Bristol nose. So you guys,
I just moved my orange marbles, red marbles to this tank. These are the grow outs from those that pair that I showed you over there. Are really, really red looking.
Yeah.
This is the fry from them.
Okay. And they're growing. They're growing up big fast. So what do you feed them as they're to grow, make them grow faster? What's your food of choice?
I just use a lot of krill flake. I think it's more about the water changes.
Okay.
I think it's about water changes and temperature.
Well, I mean, they gotta have good nutrition too, right?
Yeah, but food, water change, and temperature. If you do, like, I grow them up so fast in 10 gallons, I put them in a 20, and then I gotta put them in something else in like a week. So, yeah.
What temperature is it?
Water changes, temperatures, growing them out. I grow them out at about 80, 82. Or and one of these tanks is at 78. So it's more about the water changes and the feedings. I feed them baby brine shrimp a lot when they're really, really small. When they're this size, I still feed them baby brine shrimp, but I start adding black worms, and I always use the crushed krill flake. I thought they were saying, do you feed baby guppies? I feed them baby guppies every now and then too, like the cricket ones. So
She wants to know how often should she feed her baby.
when I'm culling my guppies, so I can have the best ones. When I see little bent spines and stuff like that, when they're really small, take them out, and feed them to the angels.
Yeah.
I even feed them to tetra juvies, like even tetras that are growing up. Like they love a good guppy baby. That's some good protein right there. Even shrimp. Put a buried shrimp in your grow out tank with your juveniles and let the shrimp hatch, and then your babies will get some free protein.
Yeah.
And they get stimulation from being able to hunt down the shrimplets.
Right.
You just don't put too much hiding spots that your fry can get jammed into or stuck and stuff like that. Then you'll be fine.
Okay. That's some awesome tips.
Yeah, I never learned that from nobody. I just done it myself. So you learned that from me. Yeah.
Yep. Experience, right? Dixon, any baby fish, you're going to need at least feed them 2-3 times a day. I always go with 2, and that seems to work for me. But Ross would know more about raising them.
Yeah, I do. I see it, but I'm here a lot, so I do multiple times throughout the day, and it might be very, very small, just crumbling up some really, really fine food, or putting some food into my blender. Like I put a bunch of different of my food in here, in one of the old aquarium co-op things. Now I have a fresh one too. I have one that's new that actually has the aquarium co-op food in it, and then I have this one that I made myself, which is more finer for fry.
You know what I grind food up with is the coffee bean grinder.
This is the one that I use right here.
I got the same one, dude. Pretty much. Yeah, that's what I use. That's it. Yeah, I do that same thing. I got Extreme Monster one time, the 9mm big pellet for my Oscars, and they didn't like it. So I had to grind it up so I could feed it to everybody.
Oh yeah. I made a mistake. My guy that I normally get my fish food from, he gave me these big super Vibra bites. And some of my fish can't fit it, so I grind them up.
Right.
Baby.
That's a good idea for you, Dixon, right there. Collect rainwater. There's Puss.
Hi.
Oh, cute Puss.
It's Sasha Meow.
That's funny, Zen. That's funny. You're right. That's one pleco that truly is nocturnal. You never see that thing.
I mean, that's how my blue phantoms are, but I set up my tank so that I can see them. So I put that piece of driftwood up on the rocks and tilt it towards the front of the tank so that when they do go underneath of there, I can see them. So when you have fish that hide a lot, give them hides that you could actually like a half broken pot. Put that take one of those half broken pots, or take one of those pots and fold it, let it fall this way, but in an area where you can actually see the fish hiding in there, and maybe put a plant right next to it or something so they feel a little more secure. And then that's how you get to see your fish that hide more. See, once I put this pot in the background and I put that fake moss in there, all of my corridor stir-by are all hiding underneath of that fake yarn and stuff.
Right.
Once I take that out, the corys are all over the tank.
Makes sense. Cool. We got 3G back. Mexicali came in. Just crush flakes with your finger. Twice.
Hey, baby. What up, baby?
They're all coming in now. This is good. Yeah, Dixon, no question's a stupid question. Don't worry about it. That's why we're here. You ask anything you need to know, and you got enough people in here that you're going to get a great answer. I have 2 pictures of that, Zen.
I got some totes. I was going to do some tubbing outside, and I got a deal offered to me. I got this half a 5-gallon bucket full of Vallisneria offered to me, and I was planning on putting it outside in my outdoor pond. While I was there, the guy said, would you like some fish? Now, I didn't have an aquarium set up. I had to do this real quick. But he gave me, I don't know how well you can see them in here. I got 2 angelfish. They're There's a bunch of little baby electric blue Acaras in here. They go zipping by. And let's see here. There's a bunch of little super red plecos in here somewhere. They're all babies, bristle nose. But of course, oh, there's one down there on the filter.
Oh, I see it. I see it. I see them all. There's 3 there.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm just wondering, are these guys going to be all right in here, you think?
You got water.
I'd like it to have been a little deeper for the angelfish.
They're essentially what you have there is an indoor pond. You got water, you got an air stone for oxygen, you got plants. They're going to be just fine. But the question is, the angels can get kind of big. Do you have an aquarium that you can put them in to grow out?
I might have to work on that. I would have had for the angels because I really eventually want to separate them, I think, from these Acaras anyway, because I understand all of them can get pretty territorial, and I know this ain't a lot of space for 6 Acaras and 2 angelfish. But I got this up. My light's off on it. I got this 35-gallon over here, but it's set up as my food tank where I was just trying to grow it out. See if I can get this light to turn on. There it goes. And so I got blackworms and Neocaridina shrimp, ostracods and Daphnia all in here. Trying to get a nice big colony of them all raised up in here. But what I told you about earlier was my axolotls. So
yeah, that looks good. The most territorial fish that I have are angels.
So I got all these little juveniles here.
There they are.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of these little guys raising up. And I got
That's cool.
fish. Well, there's my saltwater and my brine shrimp.
Okay.
Some neon endlers in here. I don't know if they'll be swimming around or not.
Cool.
This one's got some red tail dumbos. And looks kind of crowded, but both of the females are pregnant, and I don't have a lot of room for them in here, so I put in a bunch of that Vallisneria I had to fill it up, so if they had their fry, at least they got somewhere to hide. And then the big ones. Now, these guys don't have lights on them. I got them on like a natural light cycle, so when the sun comes up, it's day. When the sun goes down, it's night. This big mom.
Nothing wrong with that, but do you have trouble with algae?
No, not a bit. I mean, and again, you can't see it in here too much. There's a couple guppies. There's a few baby snails, and there's shrimp in here too. None of them the population doesn't get over control, because if it does, she eats it.
Oh, I was about to say, do the axolotls eat guppies?
It looks like he's got a belly on him there.
Yeah, is that a girl or is that a boy?
Yep, this is a girl. Let's see here. I got this boy.
That is cool. Yo, if they come up with some really cool colors, like some dope.
Oh yeah,
I might.
Him and a bunch of the babies out there are GFP, so I don't have my black light. But if I did, they glow and they look so sharp.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
And then I got one more down here. Let's see if I can see her. Oh, she's kind of hiding. It's pretty dark.
Do they grow naturally, like glow?
You can kind of see it with a flashlight, but yeah, when you hit them with the black light, they fed somewhere in their lineage. They were fed a jellyfish protein, and it's in their DNA now. And when you hit them, like I said, you hit them with the black light, and you can really see it. They turn like fluorescent green.
AKA somebody injected them an embryo with.
Yeah.
I wish I could eat jellyfish and start glowing.
Bring it up, 3G.
Will they eat any of that duckweed?
Nah, these guys are pretty much carnivores. But let me take you on the long walk here real quick. Sorry, my house is a disaster all the time. When I go, everybody has to go. So the duckweed all ends up out here.
And they eat that.
And these goldfish just smashed the hell out of that duckweed.
Does
Oh,
that
yeah.
pond go further, like a stream, or is it just like really deep?
It's about 2.5 feet deep in the middle, although probably not now because I've got 8 years of cattail growth in there and buildup of sand and debris. It's maybe 1.5 feet deep. There's a big frog that lives out here. I don't think he's out right now.
Cool.
And there's guppies that live out in here year round too.
Cool. Man, where you at? Where you at? You in Texas or something? Arizona?
Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo, Ohio, all year round was guppies in the what?
Yep, they love it in here, man. Oh, and there's baby goldfish in here swimming around. I keep a real nice population. Come summertime, middle of July, there'll probably be 100 guppies swimming around here. Come spring, when the ice melts all off and everything's good, there's maybe 10 or 15. I think the goldfish eat the hell out of them over the winter. Plus, there's two plecos in here that live out here year round. Just big old like Walmart $3.99 plecos.
Oh, okay. Common plecos, probably.
Yeah, you probably got. How big are they? How big are the plecos?
The last time I saw them last year, I have to get in here every year and take out like half of these cattails because otherwise this thing would be completely full with no room for the fish.
But
And
cool.
they were probably about 1 foot long last year.
In the summer, like you should make another one right next to it so the filtration can like filter into it and do put heaters in it and do bettas with all of that cattail like in there, like a rice patty. That would be dope. Like just make it, like, you don't have to
There
make
is a little heater in here. It's only supposed to do like 300 gallons and just keep the ice off of it. But other than when we had them like 45 degree below zero wind chills, this thing stayed ice free all year round.
Nice.
That's perfect.
Is it because of the do you have a heater running in the canister right there?
A little one, and it's right. I got it positioned in between where the water runs in and where the pump is, so it's like right there. So it just kind of circulates that warm water all around.
Very nice, smart man. That's how I like it. When I have a small tank and I don't have a big heater, I like to put the heater right where the intake and the outtake is.
And then in here, yeah, I'm not going to see anything in here. There's some more of those guppies that are in here, but they don't live in here year round. I catch them in the springtime and put them in here. This is full of like seed shrimp swimming all around in there, and there's mosquito larvae. And I'll come in and scoop up a big old scoop of that and take it into my guppies, and they smash.
I need some of that in my life.
You just got to make sure you get it all out before the mosquitoes hatch.
I know. I usually just use a 5-gallon bucket outside my door on the deck, but I want something that I could really get a nice amount.
Oh yeah, man. There's so many in the little green kitty pond that during the daytime when it's real hot, they make a current in the water. There's so many of them swimming around right below the surface in here,
creating their own heat.
Yeah, I mean, the water's actually like moving. It's crazy.
Daphnia in those things naturally? Any Daphnia?
Nope. I plan on putting Daphnia in this one, but I'm waiting. I just got a small batch from somebody, and so I'm waiting for them to kind of breed up in that big breeder in that food tank, and then I'll be bringing them out here and probably in there and seeing what I can get going on. So I'll have something all the time.
Get rib mags.
Oh yeah, those are bigger, right?
Yeah, those. Yeah. But you still get the small ones too. You just got to get a finer net.
Yeah.
How deep is that pond?
He said about a 1.5 to 2 feet.
1.5, 2 feet.
Yeah, if I were to pull out all the weeds and scoop out all of the dirt and substrate that's built up in there, it's 3 foot deep in the middle. But it ain't anymore. This thing's been in the ground 15 years.
I like
it. Started out with little goldfish that my kid brought home from the school festival, and they've just continued to breed. The babies that are in here are babies of other babies, and I usually lose 1 or 2 fish a year there because they're old, man. 15, some of them, the great big ones, and they kick the bucket. Yeah, but and there's just generations in here.
Wow. Okay, that is awesome.
And I wish I could show you some of the guppies. They used to be really pretty colorful guppies. And then over the years, they've turned into like a real natural color.
Yeah,
And I think it's because when you're real bright and shiny, the goldfish eat you.
that's pretty dope. And you got that cave, that upside down pot right there helps too, probably for the frogs though.
Oh yeah, the frog's up in there probably. I'd move it, but I'd scare him. He's a big frog, big. I got him when I scooped up some plant life at one of the local parks, and I think he was a tadpole in the jar. Well, all right, man. I think I'm done. You guys have a good night. I'm going back to the chat.
Hey man, that's a beautiful pond, man. Thanks too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. That was cool to see all that different stuff.
Yeah, I thought he was in Texas. I guess Toledo's probably about, for me, Ohio, 8 hours.
Can one of the mods get Dean's and drop his link? If he has one, I don't know. Laura, looks like Laura's sharing. Oh, she's sharing her links. Yeah, that was cool. Something different to see and all kinds. I like all that. You know, I don't want to call it scattered, but that's what it's just stuff everywhere and it's all different. Really neat to see that. I like that. What are you sorry for, Dean? That was cool. We all enjoyed that. Appreciate you coming up. Laura, if you're dropping links for your own patio ponds, why don't you just come up and show us? Unless it's dark where you're at. Very cool. Very cool. So what you doing for the rest of the night, Ross?
I just reheated my French fries that I got from Wingstop earlier. I put them in the air fryer for like 4 minutes. Oh man, crispy again.
Hot and crispy again, he says. Well, I'm probably going to jump off. Actually, it's been over 2 hours, and I got things to do before bed tonight. Got dogs and pets to take care of and things like that. So I'm probably going to jump off, my friend.
All right, y'all.
Always fun when you come up and hang out with me. I always enjoy it. And just remember, anytime you see me live, you're more than welcome. Unless I'm interviewing somebody, you're more than welcome to come up anytime. You don't even have to ask because I'm going to keep putting that link in the chat. You don't even have to ask. Just come up.
Hey. Same thing with me too. I like to just put the link in the chat. I actually might just go live right now.
I think it makes lives a lot more fun because just like when Dean came up, we got to see a whole different avenue of things and meet and talk, and it's just a good time.
Yeah, and he like might end up getting me into the Ocelot game.
Yeah, 3G said he had one. He's going to share it next time though. And then Dean found me from Father Fish's stream. That's how he came over to check me out. So he's a Father Fish guy. And you can tell by the way he keeps his stuff at his house that he's right in line with Father Fish's style.
You know, before I even knew who Father Fish was, I was like already like doing the like. I mean, before I even knew Fish was on YouTube, like I was already doing maybe 6 or 7 inches of substrate in bases with with bettas in them. I would have them in these vases. Where? I think I threw them all away because I just kicked my betta. I just had like a few years ago. I had like a mean betta craze. I was just buying them all up. Every time I saw one pretty, I would buy one because I had so many of these big. They were like 4-gallon vases, and they were cylinders. And I'd fill them up about 6 inches, 7 inches with substrate, throw some root tabs in there, and then put 2 sticks of bamboo in there.
Right.
they would just like they lived for a good 3 years until like recently when we moved. But I just came across Father Fish a couple years ago, and I saw that I found out about the Wallstad thing, and like that's an actual thing, and the Father Fish method and all that, and I'm like, well, okay, well, I just took it off the idea that there's an endless amount of dirt and rocks where water is, so if you just make it deep, water will find its way to make itself work. I don't know. Most of the water that we look at is got dirt and mud and soot underneath of it. Until you kick it up, that's when you see the dirt and the mud make it water brown. Other than that, the water much is clear.
Yeah, I like what he does, and I was over chatting with him a little bit recently. He commented on my last video, which was a nice surprise.
Father Fish.
Yeah, I pinned his comment. So if you watch my recent video that came out Saturday, he liked my video, and then he shouted me out on his live stream, and that's the live stream Dean found me on.
That's cool.
So, but I'm gonna jump off, man. Appreciate talking.
All right, bro. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, anytime, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, y'all. I think I might go live. I'm about to go live.
All right, buddy.
Anybody want to talk with me?
Yep. If Ross goes live, you guys want to head over, check him out. Thanks again, guys. It's been another fun Tankin Tuesdays. There was lots of people in here, lots of fun, meeting new people and chatting, and that's what I love most about this, just chatting with all you guys, and love your support. And it's always great to see everybody. Everybody be safe for the rest of the week, and until next time, and we see you out in the field. See ya. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Laura. Hey, Adam. Just bugging out, buddy. Good to see you.